Why do ballerinas always stand on their tippy toes? Why don't they just get taller dances? So welcome back to SparkleDart. That was a joke. I hope you liked that joke because I spent a lot of time telling it. And yeah, just appreciate the fact that I would share something that I thought was so hilarious with you. Because, frankly, I don't do a whole lot of that, sharing funny things with you, because I think maybe you just understand that that's not what I'm all about. I don't like to tell jokes for the most part because I think that a lot of them are crude, a lot of them are tasteless, like what do you get, or how many dead babies does it take to paint a wall? And you might be thinking to yourself, oh, a dead baby joke, that's real 2006. And then I'll be like, yeah, but you probably already know the punchline to this joke, right? So why don't you tell it to me, there, fella, because you're the one who thinks so fucking highly of yourself that you're going to ruin my joke just because you don't want me to be able to tell the punchline. And let me tell you what the punchline is to that joke. It depends on how hard you throw them. That's the punchline. You're thinking to yourself now, well, you spent so much time explaining why the joke is funny that now it's not funny when you tell the punchline. And I'm like, I don't care. First of all, I don't care. Second of all, shut up. Third of all, let's go get guinea grinders. That sounds good, right? Guinea grinders? That sounds like a tasty, delicious treat that we could both share at the same... We'll just get one, like a really long one, and then we'll both eat it from both ends, and then we'll meet in the middle, and then we'll be like Lady and the Tramp, but it will be more disgusting because I won't be like kissing you. I don't want to kiss you. If you're a boy, if you're a girl, I still don't want to kiss you. I don't want to kiss anyone except for maybe a cute little puppy on the head. And then you'll be like, why are you kissing my puppy? I don't know you. We've never talked before, and you're just going to kiss my dog. You think that's okay? And I'll be like, yes, I think that is okay. Honestly, dogs, what are they for if not for kissing? That's my philosophy on the matter, is what are dogs for if not for kissing? Absolutely nothing. Sing it again. So that's my spiel when it comes to kissing dogs. Now, if you don't want to kiss a dog, I guess that's up to you, because dogs, honestly, some of them are mean, some of them are green, some of them are obscene. Oh, I got burned. It's like somebody better and call the infirmary. I just got burned, right? Holla, right? That's funny to say. Anyways, I went to a brewery this weekend, and it's like a local brewery, and they've got a lot of nice beers there. They got a lot of nice beers on tap that you can drink with your mouth. And I'm like, well, this is delicious. Can I get some food with this to go? And then they'll be like, yes, you can. What do you want? I'm like, well, can I get a platter, like a sampler or an appetizer or something like that? And they're like, yeah, you can. What do you want? And then I told them that I wanted calamari. First of all, I told them that as a joke, and they took it a little bit more literally. And I'm like, well, I guess that's fine. I've never had calamari before. But if they're going to get me some, I guess I have no choice but to try to enjoy it, because honestly, I've never had calamari before, and I think that it might be something that I might enjoy, honestly, because I do like shrimp, and I do like crab, and I do like most types of fish. So maybe I like this other seafood. Maybe this is something that I can grow accustomed to. Maybe this is something that I can get used to. I can enjoy it. We can go down to the beach and have a day. We can go be like, I ate squid. How are you, Grandpa? Are you doing well? And he'll be like, yes, I'm doing very well. Why did you invite me to the beach, though? I'm very pale, and I don't tan. I just burn when I go out into the sun. It's like, why did you invite me down to the beach? You didn't bring sunscreen. You didn't even offer to rub sunscreen on my back. Oh, burps. Oh, every episode. I don't know. Grandpa, I apologize. And he's like, don't even worry about it. I'm not too concerned about it. If you're not concerned about it, then I'm not going to be concerned about that either, because honestly, you know, you're my grandson, and I think that you know a little bit better than to just bring your elderly grandpa to the beach because you think he might like it, when honestly, you know, I was raised on a farm, so I'd never even lived near the beach. And I moved to Florida after I retired because that's what old people are supposed to do. That's what I've heard of. That's what I've always heard about in the movies, like Forgetting Sarah Marshall. That's what people do when they retire. They go to the beach. And I'm like, yeah, that's exactly what it was. But you turned out to not like the beach. Now you just live down here with Grandma, and you're locked into like a 20-year mortgage or something. And I don't think you're going to live that long, to be honest. I don't think you're going to live 20 years on this mortgage. And you're just going to like leave this house to me and Joshua and my cousin Merrill and my other cousin Susan and my other cousin Brendan. And you're going to leave all this money to us and then be like, well, thank you for Grandpa for leaving us this house in Florida that we still have to pay the mortgage on, and none of us want to live here. We can't sell it because there's no buyers at the time because nobody's retiring, and that's just kind of how it goes, I guess. And he's like, why are you reading too far into this, my boyo, little son, my little schmendrick? Why don't you just accept it and be okay with it? And I'm like, Grandpa, you know that's not how I do things. I like to fret about everything. I like to make a big fucking deal about things that aren't that big of a deal in the first place. And then he's like, I know you do, and that's kind of why I didn't want to like write out a will, because I know you're the most responsible of all of my grandchildren, but you're also the most neurotic, and that's just not something that I want. I would feel bad giving you all this money because you would just worry about it. But then I don't want to not give you money because you would like start to be like, well, does he not like me? Am I doing something wrong? What happened? See, you're going to be neurotic about it either way, SparkleDart, so I don't want to give you all this money. And then I'll be like, that's fine if you don't want to. I'm not going to come after. I'm not going to pursue legal repercussions against my family, my cousins in court if you give them more than you give me. For whatever reason you think that that's the acceptable course of action, I'm going to just kind of have to, like accept that you know more about this than I do because you're older than I am. First of all, you're older than I am, which means that you have a lot more experience, you have more knowledge about how people function in situations like this. I'm sure somebody at some point gave you an inheritance that you had to divide amongst yourself and your cousins or something like that. And he's like, no, I was an only grandchild. I'm like, you were seriously an only grandchild? At your age, people back then, Grandpa, you're Catholic. I don't believe you for a second. He's like, you have to believe me because I would never lie about something like this. I'm your grandpa. And I'm like, did you just SparkleDart guarantee me, boyo? And I called my grandpa boyo. He didn't like that. He smacked me on the upside of my head. And I'm like, that's fair. I'm not too upset about that because I kind of deserved it. I was being an insolent little shit. And that's just how things go, I guess. If you're going to be rude to your grandpa, you deserve to get smacked. Because why would you be rude to your grandpa? He's the guy who paid for your college tuition, or maybe he just kind of helped you out along the way. He pointed you in the right direction. He gave you like a road atlas for Illinois, even though you don't live in Illinois, because for whatever reason he thinks that you do live in Illinois, but it actually turns out that you live in Iowa or something like that. And since he didn't live around you, he lived in Montana, he didn't realize that they were different states, because at the time when your grandpa was like alive and active in the community, they didn't have a lot of like the maps or information. They didn't go on Facebook and nothing like that. They didn't learn these sorts of things and share them with their friends or babies or brothers or nothing like that. So he doesn't understand that these sorts of things are the way that they are and not something different. So be respectful to your grandpa. If you don't, I'm gonna fucking slap you in the head. I've been swearing a lot more lately. I hope you are okay with that, because I find swearing to be amusing. I think it's something that is funnier than you would think. Because, I don't know, something about swearing just really lightens the mood. It lightens the tension. It lets you know that if you're swearing in like a funny way, like a creative comedy way, people are like, oh, that's funny. I think I can laugh more. I think I can be myself more around you because you're going to swear. That means you're comfortable around me. That means I can be comfortable around you. And if we're going to be so open with each other, then we're just going to be chums, I guess. We're going to be chums. And then I'm like, we're not chums, first of all. Don't use the word chum around me, because to me chum means like fish slurry. And I'm not really interested in that sort of thing. I think it's disgusting, and I think it's in bad taste. I think fish slurry tastes bad. Even though I like fish, I don't like when you mix up things like cod and pollock and salmon and tuna and sardines in like a big bucket, and then like let it sit out for like a day and put a bunch of salt in there so it doesn't spoil, and then you feed that to me after you grill it up on the fried daddy that you bought, the George Foreman grill. You think it's going to taste good, but then it doesn't, and I'm like, well, you shouldn't have fed this to me, because now I'm going to throw up again, and it's going to taste like peaches and cream, and I'm going to put that in your toilet, and I'm not going to flush it because I'm a rude boy. So just don't give me fish slurry. I went around the world for these. I caught those fucking Pokémon like right outside of this town. This boat that I'm on, this ship. This piece of ship. Get it? Because the word ship is supposed to sound like shit, but it doesn't, because that's not how words work, because it's spelled differently and it's pronounced differently. So when you say bullship, people are like, what, is that like a ship that carries bulls and stuff around on it? And it's like, no, that's like a joke. Do you get it? Do you want me to explain it to you? Because jokes aren't funny when they're explained, but I will explain it to you if you're going to be so pedantic about the way words are pronounced and spelled. I'm like, first of all, I think you just don't like me. I think that's what it comes down to. Here's a joke. Maybe you like this joke. You can never lose a homing pigeon. If it doesn't come back, what you've lost is just a pigeon. You like that joke? Here's another joke for you. What is E.T. short for? Because he's got such tiny legs. That's a joke. Check it out, jokes.com. I went there and I read those jokes, and it was like, this is really funny. How did you come up with these? Oh, these are just jokes that have been around for a very long time, and people keep regurgitating them in a way that propagates them around the internet, and then everybody's like, wow, I love these jokes. They really speak to me, and I will keep telling them to people around me, and hopefully that they don't think that I stole them from somewhere, even though they know probably that I did, because I've never said anything like original to them that they found to be funny. But they laughed at these jokes that I told anyways, because that's just how it is. That's just how it is, and that's how it's going to be. So thank you for laughing at my jokes, friends, but they're not my jokes, so don't attribute them to me. Like if somebody says, oh, SparkleDart told me the funniest joke the other day, and then you tell them the E.T. joke that I just said, peel onions. Fuck you. Go fuck yourself. Actually, one time I ate a freshly cut onion, and it upset my stomach like no other. I felt like I was gonna vom. I've been talking a lot about vomiting on my show too. I hope that's not so disgusting to you, because I do like the word vom, and I will continue to use the word vom. So if you've got a problem with that at all, just be okay with that. You know, just that's what it's gonna be. I'm gonna use words like vom and fart and burp and poo poo. I'm gonna say poo poo a lot. So if you don't like the word poo poo, I guess that's your own fucking problem. That's your own prerogative. You're going to have to accept that other people know words that you don't, and for whatever reason you think it's not okay that they use them, and people call you stupid for using words that they don't understand, and then I guess you go down to your high school, and then people are like, well, you're stupid for using a word that I don't understand. I'm gonna bully you. Now I'm gonna push you around to the ground, and then I'm gonna like spit in your face. I'm gonna throw sand inside of your like butthole, and you're gonna be picking that stuff out for like a week, like a year even. And you're like, well, if you do that, I'm going to tell on you. In high school, someone is threatening to put sand in your butthole in high school, and it's like, maybe you're the one with the problem. If you're gonna say something like that, so disgusting to me, that you're gonna put sand in my butthole, why would you say that? That's so weird. That's not even like it's that disgusting. It's just weird that you would say something like that. And they're like, you know what? I never grew up because I had a bad home life, and nobody ever took an interest in me and the things that I was saying. And because of that, I'm just sad all the time, and nobody wants to take me seriously. But honestly, that's all I need, is somebody to listen to me. And then I'm like, well, I will listen to you, friend. I will listen to your plights and your thoughts and feelings. And he's like, nope, I'm old enough to the point where I feel like I can't make any drastic changes in my life, because if I do, people are going to think I'm soft. My friends are going to think that I'm like a fairy or something. They're going to think I'm a fruit snack. And I'm just going to have to like live with life the way that it is now. I'm going to have to just be okay with things the way they are now. And they're never going to change. And these friends that I have now, they're going to be around me the whole time, because they're not very smart people. We're all rednecks. We like to listen to Kenny Chesney and stuff like that. We like to go to Garth Brooks and watch him in concert. And everybody's like, well, I don't even like Garth Brooks that much. I just thought you liked him. That's why we all decided to come out here, because I thought you liked him, and we were going to just do something that you enjoyed doing. So just be more courteous, I guess, next time. Don't be so rude. I don't want somebody to be rude to me if they're going to claim to be my friend, but then they're going to... Hold on, I gotta do some concentration here. I have to urinate real bad, so I'm gonna go urinate after I'm done with this. And then that's probably gonna be the last one that I do. So thank you for watching SparkleDart in advance. I don't know. This has been really chill, this whole Pokemon thing. I didn't think it was going to go that well, because I thought it was going to be like a lot of episodes that nobody wants to watch, but it's just been really chill, and I've really enjoyed doing it. So I hope you've enjoyed it too, because I'm going to keep playing. I'm going to finish this game, and if you don't want me to, then I guess just unsubscribe now, because I'm just going to keep playing it. I'm going to keep on playing it over and over again, and if you don't like Pokemon, or if you don't like me, or if you just think it's boring because you've played this game so many times that watching somebody else play it is like, well, why would I even care? Why give any sort of investment into this at all, it just doesn't matter to me. I don't enjoy it that much. Then, like I said, buddy, you're watching the wrong show, because I don't do things because I think you like them. I do things because I like them. That's what it all has to be on your show. If you're gonna play things that you think other people are gonna like, and then they don't like it, and then you wonder why nobody watches your show, you're probably kind of a tool. Don't be a tool. That's what I'm gonna tell you now, is don't be a tool. I don't like people who are tools. I don't like the band's tool. I don't like to work with tools. I don't like to I can't think of anything else that I can fit the word tool into. Unless it was a screwdriver, and then I can fit that screwdriver into the screw. That's another tool joke. Here's another joke, real quick, before we end the episode. If a word in the dictionary weren't misspelled, how would we know? That's a rhetorical question. Don't think too much about that, because it's kind of stupid. So thank you for watching SparkleDart. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. We're going to have fun in the future. So thank you for watching. Goodbye. Mwah.